Police called on ISET rally organisers. Importance of organised government emphasised. Good evening and thank you for joining us. You're watching the evening edition of News on 2 with me, Jessica Lee. Police will call up the organisers of the Anti-International Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Racial Discrimination, or ISET rally, held around Jalan Raja in Kuala Lumpur yesterday, following a police report made that many children were seen at the rally. Kuala Lumpur Police Chief Datuk Sri Mazlan Lazim said it was an offence under Section 4, Subsection 2F of the Peaceful Assembly Act 2012 for children to be brought to the rally, and those found guilty could be fined not exceeding 20,000 ringgit.
Jadi dalam surat kebenaran tu kita telah bagi syarat-syarat, kan? Syarat-syarat itu adalah perkara yang dimaktubkan dalam Akta Perhimpunan Aman 2012. Jadi sebenarnya itu hukumannya 10,000. That's why kita kena tegas perkara inilah untuk memastikan bahawa next time kalau adanya himpunan ataupun himpunan apa-apalah berkenaan apa perkara, jadi mereka tidak melakukan ataupun tidak membawa kanak-kanak. Jadi kita akan panggil pihak menganjur untuk jalan siasatan. Kita akan jalan siasatan dulu.
Datuk Sri Mazlan said this in a press conference held at the Kuala Lumpur Police Headquarters today. He added that none of the individuals who spoke at the rally will be investigated under the Sedition Act 1948. Yesterday, Datuk Sri Mazlan was reported to have said that about 55,000 people had attended the rally and it had gone smoothly with no untoward incident reported. MACC Deputy Chief Commissioner of Prevention, Datuk Shamsun Bahari Muhammad Jamil, said 13 government parliamentary members have yet to declare their assets to the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, or MACC. SPRM. Moreover, he said 24 government administrative members, including political secretaries, had also not done so. Today, Datuk Shamsun said 115 or 89.8% of government parliamentary members and 63 or 72.4% of the members of the government administration had declared their assets.
Ada yang bertanya apa langkah yang perlu dibuat oleh SPM. Bagi kita itu adalah janji mereka. So mereka lah yang perlu melaksanakan. Sebab dari segi keputusannya mereka perlu membuat peristirahatan harta itu kepada Perdana Menteri. A copy of that peristirahatan have to be given to MACC. So isunya sama ada mereka nak buat tak buat terpulang pada mereka lah.
MACC previously developed a portal on the declaration of assets for display to the general public in a bid to prove government leadership transparency. In addition, he said that MACC would propose to the government for a new law or for amendments to the existing Anti-Corruption Commission Act 2009 to make it compulsory for all politicians and senior government officers to declare their assets. Datuk Shamsun said this to reporters after attending the Premier Walkabout program in conjunction with the 2018 International Anti-Corruption Day, HARA 2018, at the MACC headquarters in Putrajaya today. The Malaysia Anti-Corruption Commission, or MACC, is likely to call up again 6 Perak assemblymen from Barisan Nasional to record their statements on the alleged plot to topple Perak Menteri Besar, Datuk Sri Ahmad Faizal Azumu. Now, Perak MACC Director Datuk Zainul Darus said apart from the 6 assemblymen, the Commission would also call Datuk Sri Ahmad Faizal to record his statement if necessary.
Kita kena tengok dulu apa yang keterangan kita ada, so kita kena synchronize. So kita tengok sama ada kita akan panggil semula saksi-saksi tersebut. Jadi kita akan lihat kemudian lah.
Datuk Zainul said this after launching the 2018 International Anti-Corruption Day Premier Walkabout program at the State MACC office in Ipoh today. Last Thursday, 6 Barisan Nasional assemblymen had been called up by MACC to record their statements on the matter. Kedah Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC Director Dato' Muhammad Fauzi Muhammad said Investigations into an ex-assemblyman with a Datuk title for misappropriation of Menteri Besar Special Fund totaling 30,000 ringgit is currently in its final stage. Now, he said investigation papers regarding the case will soon be handed over to the Attorney General Chambers for prosecution. Dato' Muhammad Fauzi said the assemblyman involved is being investigated under Section 23 of the MACC Act 2009. He is suspected of requesting for the funds to organize a program back in February. However, after the request was approved, the money was allegedly not used for the said purpose. According to Dato' Muhammad Fauzi, 4 politicians in Kedah were arrested with regards to the matter under the MACC Act 2009.
Isu adun Bukit Kayu Hitam, if you remember, okay, and still under investigation. We have finished our investigation, yet to send to Peguam Negara untuk buat keputusan. Ada lagi kes-kes apa lagi yang kes-kes ada juga melibat kes-kes penangkapan ke atas beberapa ahli-ahli parti yang menerima rasuah kononnya dalam melaksanakan pemilihan parti baru-baru ini, dan kes itu juga masih dalam siasatan.
Dato' Muhammad Fauzi said this to the media after officiating the state-level International Anti-Corruption Day 2018 at Hospital Sultanah Bahia in Alustar, Kedah. The ex-assemblyman was detained after giving his statement at the state MACC headquarters on the 13th of August. Meanwhile, in Johor, the MACC is still investigating the alleged misappropriation of funds from the Johor Tabung Account Amanah Sumbang Kota Bumiputera or Bumiputera Kota Contribution Payment Trust Fund. State MACC Director Dato' Azmi Alias said the investigations began soon after a report was lodged by Senggarang State Assemblyman Khairuddin Abdul Rahim on the 3rd of December on the matter.
Saya belum dapat apa-apa info sebab saya kata terlalu awal, so dia punya maklumat terlalu umum bagi ini, so bagi kami peluang untuk membuat semakan dan siasatan yang terperinci.
Dato' Azmi said that the MACC received about 140 corruption-linked reports and are in the midst of taking action on the cases. He said this to reporters after officiating the state-level International Anti-Corruption Day 2018 Perdana Walkabout program at Sutra Mall today. The Anti-Corruption Day program, with its theme of Act Against Corruption Today, is celebrated throughout Malaysia today. Dato' Azmi said more than 150 volunteers from the state participated in the program, which is jointly organized with the Johor Malaysia Anti-Corruption Foundation and the State Malaysian Youth Council. 4 individuals were killed after the car they were travelling in collided with an express bus early this morning. The 1:48 a.m. incident took place along kilometre 131.2 of Jalan Kuantan Johor Bahru in Rompin, Pahang. According to Rompin Police Chief DSP Azli Muhammad Noor, newlyweds Muhammad Syami Emir Muhammad Rawi and Nordiana Afifa Hasnul Hadi, both 24, were travelling with their nieces Yasmin Afika Hazemi, 14, and Yasmin Alia, 12. The couple was said to be on their way to drop off the 2 girls back home in Mersing, Johor, after a holiday in Teluk Cempedak. Preliminary investigation revealed that a car driven by Muhammad Syami from Kuantan Pahang to Johor Bahru entered the opposite lane before colliding into the express bus carrying 30 passengers. As a result, both vehicles skidded for a distance of about 30 meters before falling into a ditch. All 4 died at the scene, while the bus driver and 30 passengers survived unscathed. The bodies of the victims were later taken to the hospital Rompin for post-mortem. Coming up after the break, Pulau Kukup remains as Johor National Park. Stay tuned, you're watching News on 2. Muhammad said that a more organised government administration system should be designed to achieve success in providing service to the country and its people. The Premier said in order for this to take place, government administrators will need to follow the methods which can be used in the modern world for the good of the government organisations as well as the nation. Using the Europeans as an example, Tun Dr. Mahathir said they had succeeded in conquering the world as they were organized.
They were organized. And the rest of the world, although they are much bigger, they were not organized. Their armies were not organized. That was the message.
Tun Dr. Mahathir said this in a closed-door meeting with the government administrators, including cabinet ministers, top civil servants and government officials in Putrajaya today. He stressed that the reminder was not just subjected to the ministerial or cabinet ministerial line, but also all other government organizations. The closed-door meeting was also attended by Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Aziza Wan Ismail, Chief Secretary to the government Datuk Seri Ismail Baka and cabinet ministers. Pulau Kukup in Pontian, Johor will be preserved and maintained as the state's national park. Johor Menteri Besar Dato' Osman Sapian said the decision was made with the consent of the Sultan of Johor, Sultan Ibrahim Ibni Almarhum Sultan Iskandar. Dato' Osman said the Sultan of Johor also wants Pulau Kukup to be monitored and regulated by the state government under the Johor National Parks Corporation as the state's tourism product. He added that apart from Pulau Kukup, the Sultan is also concerned with the value of the mangrove forests. This is because these forests help guard the state's shoreline.
Status mengenai Pulau Kukup ini juga telah diusulkan dalam Dewan ini dan saya bersetuju maklumkan untuk membincangkan usul ini dalam MNK. Oleh yang demikian, isu Pulau Kukup ini tidak perlulah dipanjangkan lagi, memandangkan ianya masih kekal sebagai Taman Negara Johor Pulau Kukup.
Dato' Osman said this during his winding-up speech at the Johor State Assembly at Kota Iskandar, Iskandar Puteri today. Pulau Kukup has an area of 647 hectares and is surrounded by 800 hectares of swamp land and is the second largest mangrove forest in the world. It has also been declared as a Ramsar site, a convention on wetlands of international importance, and a breeding ground for 12 species of fauna and 76 species of birds. And still on Johor, its Menteri Besar Dato' Osman Sapian has denied allegations by some quarters that the Johor 2019 budget is a recycled budget, stressing that it balances people's needs and reality. He said the state government prepared the budget based on the concept of from the people, for the people and to the people. Dato' Osman clarified that 207 focus points in the Johor 2019 budget, 91 are new initiatives introduced by the state government. He also said that the state government will continue with any initiative that brings well-being to the people of Johor to ensure that the state's economic growth is not dampened.
Saya ingin menegaskan bahawa kerajaan negeri Johor merupakan sebuah kerajaan negeri yang mengambil kira maklum balas dari suara rakyat berdasarkan falsafah demokrasi, yaitu dari rakyat untuk rakyat dan kepada rakyat dalam setiap rancangan pembangunan.
He said this during the winding-up session on the Johor 2019 budget at the State Legislative Assembly in Kota Iskandar, Iskandar Puteri today. Communications and Multimedia Minister Gobind Singh Deo said a new Chief Executive Officer for the Malaysian National News Agency, or Bernama, will be named soon. Gobind, however, declined to comment on rumours that the Employees Provident Fund, or EPF, Corporate Affairs Department Head, Nurini Qasim, would be appointed to the post. Bernama's Editor-in-Chief, Datuk Zakaria Abdul Wahab, is currently the acting CEO after taking over from Datuk Zulkifli Saleh.
Sabar, semua sabar. Biar kita ada keputusan yang muktamad, kemudian saya akan buat pengumuman yang resmi. Okay? Saya harap dalam minggu ini.
The Puchong Member of Parliament said this to reporters at the Selangor DAP convention today. He said an announcement will be made soon once a decision is reached. A news portal reported that Employees Provident Fund, EPF Corporate Affairs Department Head Nurini Qasim would be appointed the new Bernama CEO. Now, all tickets for the first leg final of the AFF Suzuki Cup between Malaysia and Vietnam this Tuesday have been sold out today. The Football Association of Malaysia FAM on its Facebook page stated that the ticket counters at Gate A and Gate E of the National Stadium in Bukit Jalil, which opened at 9:53 a.m., were closed after all the tickets were sold. FAM thanked Harimau Malaya fans for their support and apologized to those who failed to get the tickets. They further noted that the National Stadium could only accommodate 80,000 people. The statement also mentioned that it is hoped that supporters who are still at the compound of the National Stadium could disperse as the tickets have all been sold. Yesterday, FAM in a statement also said that 30,000 tickets had been sold via the website www.tickethotline.com.my on Friday, while the balance of 10,000 tickets had been sold yesterday. Incredible support. Now, an unbeaten record in Bukit Jalil National Stadium with 1 goal conceded at the group stage proves that the Harimau Malaya squad has what it takes to overcome Vietnam at home soil. Former national striker Safi Saleh, 34, believes Tan Cheng Ho's boys has the charisma and the capability to become AFF Suzuki Cup champions for the second time since 2010. Safi, who was part of the squad that emerged as champions after beating Indonesia under the management of Dato' K. Rajagopal back in 2010, believes that the current national squad will produce something special in Bukit Jalil on the 11th of December.
Memang suka dekat Hanoi, tapi ini dah final. So mesti orang pemain-pemain akan buat sehabis yang baik untuk memenangi piala edisi kali ini. So saya rasa memang perlawanan yang seimbang dari segi permainan dan segi taktikal.
The former national striker also praised the players for showing great determination and hard work in every match, including Muhammadu Sumare. He further noted that the key to winning the tournament is great teamwork. And that concludes this evening's edition of News on 2. In our top story, police called on ISET rally organisers. Now join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. I'm Jessica Lee. Stay tuned to TV2 and have a pleasant evening.